5 years ago began an awakening for the Australian community to the terrible and tragic sexual abuse of children in places of care. In the Uniting Church and for our predecessor churches, we discovered the extent of our own failure to protect some of the most vulnerable children entrusted in our care. We found that our systems of governance and oversight had been inadequate to prevent the abuse from happening. The Royal Commission into the institutional response into child sexual abuse has shone a light upon the darkness to reveal the full extent of this horror. We have said, I have said, how deeply sorry I am for the trauma and suffering of those children who have been abused in our care, for their loss of innocence, and for the long and lasting effects upon their lives and upon the lives often of their families. I've said on behalf of the Uniting Church how deeply sorry we are. We acknowledge our failure to protect and to care in accordance with our Christian values. Throughout the 5 years of the Commission's work, the Uniting Church has collaborated nationally to seek to address the inadequacies in our systems and practices. We've learned from the Commission's work and from our contact with survivors. Significant changes have been implemented along with new national frameworks to make our church a safe church for all, especially children. Our commitment has been to survivors. We will do everything possible to ensure that the abuse that you have suffered cannot happen again. We continue to do all that we can to make amends for your suffering and to provide opportunities for healing and reconciliation. There is much that we still need to do. And I would urge each one of us here to take responsibility for ensuring that we are a safe church and that children in our communities are nurtured and given every opportunity to thrive. I encourage each one of you to undertake some level of the Safe Church training that is offered by the Presbytery and the Synod in New South Wales and the ACT. The Royal Commission may have handed down their report and their recommendations in December last year, and their work may have concluded. But the commitment of the Uniting Church in Australia is ongoing. Our commitment to survivors is that we will seek to continually improve our systems and our practices, that we will collaborate nationally because we have heard you. And we are compelled by Christ to ensure that our church is a safe place for all children.